right now. Hello, people of the tube, and welcome back to another gaming news with Chris and Brian. Like usual, I am Chris.
And I'm Brian. What's up?
Anyway, uh, I'm Chris. He's Brian. So let's get to this. It is time for gaming news with Chris and Brian, the Sony edition, where we bring you the history and, of course, our opinions and questions about Sony, the company who created such classic machines as the PlayStation 2, the PlayStation 3, and the recently bricked PlayStation 4. Okay, let's start with a little history lesson. Except I'm not going to go into the whole Sony company. Sony company makes TVs and systems and all kinds of other shit. So this one would take us all night if we were to talk about the entire history of Sony. So let's just start with the gaming side of Sony, shall we? Okay. In 1994, the Sony Computer Entertainment of America was founded, and the PlayStation game console was introduced in 1995. They launched PlayStation within the first weekend and sold over 100,000 units. By 1997, they sold over 4 million, and it became a phenomenon for the first PlayStation. Then they started developing the PlayStation 2 during 2000, and were making it exclusive to play CDs and DVDs. Not before this had a console really play DVDs. So now we have the PlayStation 2 that is pushing hardware and now has the capabilities to use DVDs and CDs. In March of 2005, they released the PlayStation Portable, which was PlayStation's first handheld system that played little discs inside a piece of plastic. Wasn't a huge selling product, but it sold pretty nicely
And
for
I
them.
just want to say the graphics were pretty nice on those things.
The PlayStation 3 was thought up in 2006, and it was reinventing the bar with the latest 1080p and flat panel. And today, the PS3 provides a lot of value for your living room, and apparently it's a must-own console. And in 2006 came the launch of the PlayStation Network. PlayStation Network, I'm not going to comment. That's for PlayStation people to talk about.
Eh.
Yeah.
Next.
Yeah, in 2012 they released the Vita. Unfortunately, I hate to tell PlayStation, and I try not to be biased here, but Vita has a very small library of games, and apparently lately they are going to be closing their mobile market and not making games for it. So Vita is now one of the worst selling handhelds of all time, thanks to there being no games released for it. And there you go. That is the history of the PlayStation company.
Okay. Now, what I want to talk about is the best games of PlayStation 1, 2, 3, and well, there isn't much to talk about with the 4, but let's get to it. What's your fondest memory of PlayStation 1?
My fondest memory of PlayStation 1. Unfortunately, I can't remember back to the first game I played on the PlayStation, but what I can remember is fondly playing games like Tenchu on the PlayStation, which to me was. Yeah, to me it was a good game. I loved the sneak mechanic, and I loved being able to run at buildings because it felt like I was in control for the first time. It was a pretty good game. I remember playing Rugrats in Paris on the PlayStation 1 also, even though I never beat it, and I probably should have. I also have fond memories of playing Tekken 3, which to this day is one of my favorite fighting games. I really enjoyed Tekken 3, and it's still one of my favorite fighting series, even
Tekken
if,
frustrates me.
well, Tekken 3 has always been one of my favorite fighting games of all time, and it takes the list for my top 10. Don't know which spot, but we'll just put it up there somewhere. I loved the characters. I loved the mechanics. It was a good fighting game, and I remember it very fondly. And then, of course, a final game that I remember very fondly, I used to play with my brother all the time, is the game Twisted Metal, which is still being released
Oh,
to the PlayStation today.
yes. Love Twisted
And
Metal.
that was my very first racing game that I really enjoyed because it wasn't your typical around the road racing game like Gran
Well,
Turismo was.
it's more of a demolition derby kind of thing, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was more of drive and shoot each other, a lot like not Crazy Taxi.
Um,
Uh,
Crash Hour. That's a wrestling game, but they ripped that off.
yeah, well, there's one before on the 64, but I cannot remember the name of that game for the life of me. Uh,
Anyways,
yes. So your turn now, Brian.
okay. I think my fondest memory of the PlayStation 1 would have to be playing Metal Gear Solid. It was probably the first time I've ever got my hands on a rated M game, and I didn't really get it until later in life, honestly. But I got the demo very early in my life and loved it. Later on, I got the full game, and yeah, the full game is hilarious because some of the things you can do, you can snap the guy's neck, you can throw him over your shoulder, or you can just shoot him 5 times with a gun repeatedly. So yeah, that's where that goes.
So shall we continue on to the PS2?
First, let's talk about the worst game you ever played on PlayStation 1.
Oh, the worst game. The worst game on PlayStation 1. Well, during my time of playing the PlayStation 1, I, couldn't think for myself. And usually, nowadays I can tell you if a game sucks or not. Unfortunately, back then, when you're little, any game can
Yeah,
seem amazing, even if it's a game where you run around as a giant piece of dog shit. You'll still fucking love
yeah.
it because you're a kid and holy shit, you're getting to play, you know, a PS1 game. Uh, I'm trying to think of one.
Well, you
Uh,
think of when I got one. And it goes
okay.
back to what we was talking about before the show aired. It's a wrestling game that I really, really, really can't stand. And it was WCW Backstage Assault. It was just like a good roster, locked most of them, and they didn't have no cheat codes. So you had to go in and actually beat the game, which was hard as hell because the controls were stiff. There was only 2 matches in the game, which was 1-on-1 and first blood. Though you could light the guys on fire and shock them, there really wasn't much to this game because they were hard to pin. The only way you could really win was knockout or submission.
Well, I'm not gonna lie. I really don't remember playing a really bad game on the PlayStation 1. I'm not saying it didn't have any,
All
but
right,
I just really don't remember ever playing a horrible one.
let's move on to the second generation, shall we?
PlayStation 2. Well, before we continue with the questions, um, I'm going to show off, of course, some little pieces of hardware like we usually do. I don't have many. You have to realize that the PlayStation 2 is, of course, an old console, and I didn't really start collecting games until the 360 came out. So the only time I really get an old game is if it's either rare or I wanted to try it for some random ass reason. So technically I only have two right now, and those games are Clock Tower 3 and Manhunt. Before the show, Brian was talking to me about Manhunt. Um, I'll let him tell you about the game first before we go with
Manhunt
the
is
questions.
probably one of the most controversial games because it does um, glamorize a killer. It glamorizes how he kills, and very graphically, supposedly, the killings are done. I really didn't see a problem with the game other than its sucky controls on the computer. I've never played the PlayStation version, but the computer version lacked controls. Control scheme, I mean. But this game is banned. At least the second and third version is banned in the United States.
I I don't think I don't think they can sell the computer one
Bootleg,
anymore. Do what?
bootleg,
Don't lie.
bootleg,
Don't lag.
bootleg, dude.
Oh,
Illegal download, direct download.
well, yeah, no, I got that, but what I'm saying is the computer one doesn't sell in America anymore. The game's not banned at all. You can still get Manhunt 2 on the Wii. A very,
Really?
yeah, it's a
I
very
didn't know
watered
that.
down. Yeah, Manhunt 2 was released on the Wii in a very, very, very watered
Oh,
down version.
boo. Boo.
Uh, but other than that, the only way to get the uncut version is on computer. And then, of course, like you said, illegally downloading it would be the only way
I'm
to
gonna
get it.
put the link in the description. Just kidding. We don't need to be taken down, folks. But yeah,
No
if
shit.
you're stupid enough to do it, protect
Yeah.
yourself against viruses.
Oh yeah, and while you're downloading that, make sure you also get Rape Lay and Sodomy and Gomorrah and several other banned shitty fucking games. Just saying.
Shitty games do get banned. Manhunt 2 is a pretty shitty game. Like I said, the controls suck.
Yeah. If you're gonna, if you're gonna illegally download a game that's fun and horrendous like Manhunt, make sure you download Postal 2 instead.
I'll endorse that.
Do what?
I'll endorse that.
Damn right you do. Anyway, do continue, Brian, with the questions.
Okay. PlayStation 2. Let's see the best and the worst. Trying to keep this off the wrestling radar, but you know, with me, it's gonna happen.
Yeah.
Best PlayStation 2 have to be Here Comes the Pain. I loved how I could go backstage and rip girls' clothes off. That was awesome.
Well, here's the thing. For me, on PlayStation 2, I remember a lot more. I played a lot more than I did the PS1, so I remember a lot more. I played a lot of games on the PS2, but if I had to pick my absolute favorite PS2 game of all time, it would have to be Metal Gear Solid 3.
Mm,
Fucking love that game. I've beat that game over 7 times. It's one of my favorite games of all time. I
love
would
Metal
easily
Gear.
I do what?
Love Metal Gear.
Yeah, I would
It's a good
easily
series.
I would easily put it on my top 10 list of my favorite games of all time. Uh, Metal Gear 3, amazing game, love it. Of course, I remember playing GTA Vice City on the PS2.
GTA Vice City frustrated me because it's like the guy couldn't swim, so every time you fell in the water, you died. Avoid the water of death.
Well, there you go. Uh, and I mean, the PS2 has had a lot more games. There was one, I can swear it's called Think Tanks, and
Actually,
it
I
was
think I remember that one.
yeah, it's a brain in a tank, and you shot the other tank, which had a brain in it. As dumb as that is, it was actually a really fun game, and there were tons. There was one. Well, I forgot to mention this on the PlayStation one, but I think the second one's on PS2. It's a game called Medieval, where you play
Yes,
as a
I love that one. You play as a dude killing monsters.
yeah, and I remember Medieval 2. I think, and it was actually a really fun game. Uh, but
This
my
is the
all-time
one
favorite,
frustrating me.
well, yeah, but for PS2, definitely hands down, games like Metal Gear Solid 3 was amazing. Tekken Tag Team 1 was pretty fun. Twisted Metal Black, I think, was the first one on PS2. I wasn't a big fan of that, but it was cool to continue the Twisted Metal series. Uh, keep playing. There was another Twisted Metal game that I really enjoyed called Twisted Metal Small Brawl, and it was pretty good too. Of course, the Godzilla game, the second one, was on PS2.
Godzilla was cool, and Jaws was pretty cool. I thought.
Oh my god, fucking Jaws Unleashed on the
Oh
PS2
my!
was absolutely fucking amazing. I wish to God they would re-release an HD version of that game on Xbox One or 360,
PS4.
or PS4. Uh, sure. Any- anyway, it'd be great to have that game again. That
Yes.
is like it's not hard, but it is a damn fun game. Nothing was funner than swimming across the ocean,
And
grabbing a
eating people.
yeah, grabbing a fat woman, throwing her up in the air, jumping into the air and biting her and watching her split in half. Man, that game was amazing. Um, And then, of course, I played pretty much a lot of the SmackDown versus Raw games. I'm not a huge
Mm,
wrestling fan, but my
they
stepfather,
were good.
well, yeah, my stepfather would buy them every year. So we had SmackDown versus Raw, SmackDown versus Raw '06, SmackDown versus Raw '07, '08, '09.
And okay, you can stop in '08. That's pretty much when they stopped being good anyway.
Well, I played
Yeah.
all of them. And then before that, of course, there was, Just Bring It, and the ones where The Rock named them, apparently. And then, whatever fucking else Vince McMahon shot out his ass at that time. Uh, and then, of course, Blitz. NFL The Blitz was a great football game. I never
Yes.
really got into Madden at all, and fucking still don't like that crap. Um,
Madden pisses me off. I'll play it,
yeah,
but it pisses me off.
well. All right,
Um,
Brown. I talked about mine. Your turn.
okay. Let's see. What was we talking about? The best PlayStation
Yeah.
2 game.
Well, it was like your fondest memories, and I
Okay.
guess I kind of combined
Okay.
it best and
Now the
fondest.
worst
So
one. Okay, it's hard to find a bad one, really, for me
wait, did you
anyway.
already talk yours?
Yeah. I said SmackDown, Here Comes the Pain.
That's right. Anyway,
Which any of those series before 2K and THQ fucked it all up. But
yep.
anyway, um, it's really hard for me to find like a bad game on PS2 because I don't really remember many. Um, yeah, I'm gonna pass it on to you.
Worst PS2 games. Well,
I might be able to agree with you after I hear something, but like nothing really comes to mind right now. Um, is
well,
there any?
the only one that I can honestly say I didn't like, and it wasn't even because there was anything bad. It was because the game didn't fucking work, and that would probably be motherfucking hell's the name of it?
What did you do? Describe it.
As a woman, and you had to talk into the Lifeline. That's what it is. Yeah, what happened is it's a game where you put on a headset,
I
and
never heard of it.
in order to move her, you talk into the mic, and
That
you're supposed to
sounds.
make her walk. Yeah, it was not that great.
Um,
Uh,
I think I can think of one, but it really wasn't a bad game. I just don't like, never really liked school. And I never, I mean, Bully was fun, the story mode, but why would anybody want to make a game where you have to go to classes? It was annoying.
got
Um,
me.
yeah, Bully would have to be the worst as far as the class mini games.
That was what, the worst on the PS2?
Yeah, that's what I could think of, man. I didn't really have a lot of bad games.
Yeah.
I was very picky and choosy back then on what I played.
Well, okay, don't let me. I'm going to take a lot of flack for this, but I've always wanted to say this. I
Okay,
fucking hate Final Fantasy X.
never played any of those games because they look stupid.
Don't worry. Uh, we're going to get so many hate messages since I said that.
Well, here's what I think, YouTube. That's a big middle finger. Fuck y'all. Yeah.
I can't stand that game. And for some reason, a lot of people liked it, but who knows? Uh, now where are we going next?
Okay. PS3.
Oh God.
Um, it all goes downhill from here.
Yeah, it
Because
does.
I know what's coming next. And gotta love my $600 piece of equipment here. But anyway, before I get on to the negative, let's take a look at the PS3 through my eyes. Okay. Best game for PS3, Grand Theft Auto 5. Hands down, bar none, great.
Uh, I want to see. The thing is, the games that we have talked about, they're not entirely exclusive, but for these new ones, before the PS3 and 360, no one ever talked about exclusives, as far as I can remember.
Yeah,
But now, the word exclusive is everywhere. Xbox has more exclusives, Xbox has better exclusives, whatever. So I'm going to keep mine for exclusives. GTA 5 for me, I didn't play it on the PlayStation 3. I played it on the 360.
yeah.
And then I got to pick up on the X1 later. Eventually, I'll pick it up on the X1. But anyway, it's not the point.
It's the
Uh,
same game,
yeah,
pretty
oh,
much.
first person mode or whatever. But here's the
And
thing.
yeah, good.
My to me the best game on PS3 is Uncharted 2. I had a PS3,
I
never
need a
fucking played
water
it.
bill for this. I hate Uncharted. Hate it. Got it on accident, really, because I needed a controller, and all three of them came with a controller. Thought the controller was cool.
Hmm.
And
Well, let me say.
I like to play different games.
Well, see, here's the thing. I played a lot of PS3 games. I had a friend in high school. His name was Zach. He let me borrow a bunch of his PS3 games. They were all exclusives. Uncharted, which I already had Uncharted 2. I don't get me wrong. I fucking love Uncharted 2. I could play that game a million times over. I didn't like 1 or 3. For some reason, 2 just seemed as a better game, better characters, better writing, just everything was better. Um,
Mm.
but I got to play the big ones that were on PS3: Resistance, Killzone, um, God of War 3. God of War 3 wasn't a terrible game. It was God of War. If you've played any
Yeah,
of the others, you've played that one. Uh,
exactly.
Resistance was a horrendous first-person shooter game that was just terrible,
And I just try to stay away from shooters, but
and Killzone was your typical fucking FPS too. So
yeah.
to me, I've already played FPSs. I played them on my Xbox. I
If
didn't
you
like
want to
those at all.
play FPS, play Call of Duty.
Well, all the kill zones are the same. All the other things are the same. So if I had to pick my best PlayStation 3 game, I would definitely pick Uncharted 2. Uh, it's fucking awesome. For worst, I'll go ahead and start off worst with mine. Unfortunately, like I said, for exclusives, I usually pick what the worst exclusive is. And I guess I would have to say, I'm sitting here thinking what the fuck I could say. for the game, but none. I can't see. I can't think of too many because a lot of them aren't fucking exclusives. Like, you look around the
Exactly.
internet and everyone says, shit like Ride to Hell, but it's not exclusive. If I had to pick the worst exclusive game, it would have to be both. It would have to be both of motherfucking.
Uncharted
Um,
1 and Uncharted 3.
no, Those
Okay.
are those are still at least fun to play. That's the
Yeah.
difference. Uh, Motherfucking Resistance. Uh, Absolute garbage. I fucking couldn't stand either of them. I don't know how uh, the first game was even good enough to warrant a sequel, but Resistance is absolute fucking dog shit. I can't stand one, and I couldn't stand two. Terrible games.
Okay.
And, yeah.
Listen, did I already do mine? Or, yeah, did we do my worst of the PS3? Let's see. I didn't do mine yet, did I?
No.
Okay, the worst of the PS3. Um, I there's a lot of. I mean, but they're not exclusive, like you said. Uh, that freaking South Park game or whatever the fuck it was annoying. Let's see. Shit. Any WWE game post SmackDown versus Raw is kind of annoying. Yeah, there's quite a bit in my view. Um, Again, I'm a huge wrestling fan. I'm just waiting for that next great game, but yeah, 2K lets me down every time. Yeah, let's go ahead and get to the word. Yeah, let's go to PS4.
You didn't pick the worst one?
I said there was a bunch.
Oh, the
What?
wrestling ones?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. PS4? Well, I gotta sit out of this one since
Um,
I didn't buy a brick.
Really, I'm gonna sound like a huge hypocrite because usually I'm a brand loyalty guy. I had to get the PS4, and I got it. And let me tell you, eh, it's a PlayStation. I mean, really, right now, I couldn't see a reason to get it. And I'm gonna sound like a fucking hypocrite because it's whatever. I got one. The controller. I'm gonna mention it. I'm gonna get a picture because I'm too fucking lazy to get mine. And we'll screen share. But the controller, let's go ahead and get that up. But it's got this freaking touchpad, and everybody was like bragging about the touchpad, and it's like, yeah, they don't know how to use a touchpad. You mentioned how annoying the Madden games are. Imagine the timeout button being a huge freaking touchpad in the middle of the controller. So you barely touch it and you call a timeout. Um, it's just underutilized. GTA 5 has been like the only one to really utilize the touchpad. And for those of you that are visual, wait, let's go ahead and get this up here. PS4 controller. And yeah, let's see if we can look at one of these. Not going bow. Okay, okay, let's go ahead and get this freaking thing up. So they can see at least a baseline of what I'm talking about. Um, the PlayStation controller share. Can you see it? Is it
Uh, no, wait a minute.
okay?
Yep, we got it.
Yes. Okay. This controller really, I mean, what separates PlayStation from Xbox now? It's got triggers. This thing actually has triggers. I mean, good. Take a look. You got the share button, the options button, which replace start, the PlayStation button. Again, I mentioned the triggers and that huge piece of shit, which is the touchscreen pad. And every time I'm playing Madden, I screw up and accidentally hit that thing, barely touch it. I mean, you can imagine if you have your hands on the arrows or the left joystick, you could bump it easy. And it's just annoying because they don't make use of their features. Another big thing PlayStation 4, PlayStation bragged about free online, free online, free online. What did they do as soon as Generation 4 came out? Online's no longer free to play against each other. To play against each other, you have to have PlayStation Plus. And it's stupid. Unless you do that little share gaming thing, which is annoying. And yeah, that's the exact same face I want to make right now. Oh.
Let me just say this. When the PS4 came out and everybody was absolutely going crazy over the console, every reviewer, everybody was saying the PS4 is the new hardware because it has better graphic specs than the Xbox One and it looks better. It's a better gaming machine. When every one of these cock sucking, stupid fucking YouTubers and these reviewers said the same shit. We don't want the Xbox because this one's a real gaming console. This gaming console's for real gamers. The Xbox is watered down compared to it because this is for real gamers. Here's the funny thing about your real gaming: you don't have any fucking games. So
Exactly.
so
There's no exclusives.
yes, where does your real gaming? What are you gonna play? Fucking Killzone for 50th time? Guess what, PlayStation? Suck my dick. Angry Joe can suck my dick. Boogie can suck my dick. Because guess what, you fat fucking you stupid piece of shit? You may have your better hardware, but what are you playing on your better hardware? Jack shit. I still have my fucking Xbox One games that I play, and I have games that I play and play. What do you have? Three fucking games
Okay,
include. I'm
let's
not done
make a
ranting.
let's
Not done
make a
ranting.
point here though. After you get
Fine.
done writing.
Fine. I'm almost done. And what? Your new game, The Order, just came out. Guess what? It was shit. And Bloodborne is shit. All your games are shit. They're either shit or they don't exist. And you motherfuckers wanted to rant on the Xbox One on how garbage it is because it's more used as a hub than it is a gaming system. We had to cut down the power for the Netflix and shit, which makes it a worse console. Really, how's it a worse console if it has more games? The console has more games. The console that you said wasn't a gaming console has more games and is used for more gaming. How fucking stupid can you be? Okay, anyway, now that
Okay, I'm gonna agree with that, and that's the sad thing. Um, yes, the PlayStation 4 is an absolute sack of crap. Um, if you want one, go get an Xbox One. I promise you won't be disappointed because the PlayStation 4 Okay, how many games do you have? Like, list on your fingers a number of games.
How many games do I have?
Just name them on your fingers, can you?
Okay. Rayman Legends, Assassin's Creed Unity, uh, Dead Rising 3, Diablo 3, Assassin's Creed Black Flag, IDARB. Did I ever say Rayman Legends? Yes, I did. Well, there's 107.
You can
Far
stop
Cry,
anytime, bro.
Far Cry 4. Do what?
How many of those are exclusive?
One, one, two, three, four, four.
You wanna know how many exclusive games I have?
How many?
None. 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 I have 2K15, which is also on the Xbox One.
Yep.
Madden, which is also on the Xbox One.
Yep.
Um, those Assassin's Creed games are on Xbox One, as you mentioned.
Yep.
There is no exclusives. There is hardly any games. Go in the go in freaking Walmart, go in GameStop. Look at the PlayStation 4 games. Look at the Xbox One.
Yep. Guess who has a bigger wall? Here's the thing. Xbox has always, well, since 360, has always had more games. And that's just a plain fact. Any reviewer will tell you the Xbox 360 had more games than the PS3,
Unless
and
they
now,
want to cry.
do what?
Unless they want to cry like those dick suckers that you mentioned.
And even then, uh, the Xbox One will have more games. Honestly, it will. Because Microsoft doesn't care. They will release, even if the game's the biggest piece of shit ever, Microsoft will release it. Here's the thing I only have 3 or 4 exclusive games, but guess what? There's way more than that. I didn't even mention motherfucking Titanfall. I didn't even mention motherfucking goddamn Rise. I didn't even mention Forza, and there's 2 other ones there that I didn't even mention.
Let's fuel the fire a little bit. Can you look at the Xbox One releases for April?
Can I look at the Xbox One releases? Yes, I can.
Okay. And I'm going to look at the PlayStation 4 releases, which includes Boston coming out on April 7th. Let's see. Dark Soul 2,
Dark Souls 2.
and that's coming out for pretty much everything April 7th. Yeah. Project Cars, which, as mentioned, is shared with Xbox One. That's coming out April 7th. Stealth Inc. 2, which is a PlayStation exclusive game. I'm thinking because I mean it's on PC. So wait a minute, it's got some Microsoft in there, but that's a little weird. Okay, then we have oh wait, never mind. It's on Xbox One. Oh no, oh it's not released the same day. Gotcha. That comes out April 7th for PS4 and April 10th for Xbox One. Let's see. And then we got Mortal Kombat X. Um, let's see. Titan Soul, as you mentioned. Telepathic. Wait, that's. Okay, never mind that. Shovel Knight. What the hell? Yeah. Let's see. Omega. What the fuck is that? And let's see. Tropico 5. And yeah, that covers April.
Wow, let's see. April. Uh, no, 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 no. I'm looking.
Here's something funny. May
Well,
only has one game. Wait, two. That's hilarious.
let's look here.
I might get Batman in June.
Yeah,
That's about it.
Batman.
Yeah.
Well, I already have Mortal Kombat pre-ordered.
Oh, they're making a new Metal Gear. But guess what? It's on Xbox One now.
Yep, not even PlayStation exclusive anymore. We literally even
Dun,
stole
dun,
their top
dun.
series away from them.
Honestly, guys.
Okay, April.
Yeah.
Sunset Overdrive, Dawn of the Rise of the Fallen Machines, Dark Souls 2, Scholar of the First Sin, Mortal Kombat X, Day of Decay, Year 1 Survival Edition, Stealth Inc. 2, A Game of Clones, Wolfenstein Neil Blood, Blues and Bullets. Yep. Well, pretty short list for April, but if I went through 2015, there are well over 100.
I wish they'd tell you how many there actually is at the bottom or something.
Yeah. And here's the funny thing. Uh, Even if PlayStation somehow catches up. See, PlayStation did outsell Xbox One, but Xbox One came back during Christmas season and completely destroyed PlayStation
Because
because
there's no freaking games.
that's exactly right.
I
It's
mean,
seriously.
how many times do we have to say it? There's nothing?
Well, I think we can cut this one. Well, see, this is about Sony, Brian. We're too busy owning Sony. This is an episode for them. We gotta stop making fun of them now.
Well, I mean, it's hard when. I'm sorry, but I've been like brand loyal from day freaking one. I got a 360 and I hated it. But changed my mind after I got the PS4.
No shit. I tell you, if I had to choose,
They
if I had to
they
look,
really dropped it.
well, if I had to look at PS4 exclusives, motherfucking Knack, Killzone, and goddamn Order, I would pick Dead Rising 3 over any of those at any time. Period. Dead Rising 3 will destroy all three of those.
And that thing you said, they gave up Metal Gear. That was the only thing that they've had since day one, and they give
Yep.
it up.
They're idiots.
Yeah.
All right, is there anything else you'd like to say before we bring this one to a close?
I didn't mean to bash on Sony so much. It's just too damn easy.
You're still screen sharing.
Alright, let's take the screen share off so I can go back to my awesome face.
Anyway,
Yeah, like I said, bashing Sony is like screwing a hooker that's dozed off on methamphetamine. It's too damn easy.
it is. It is very easy. Sony, we don't make fun of you, but we're not laughing at you. Well, actually, we are laughing at you because you're just a terrible company anymore. You had to, I mean, seriously, PlayStation 1 and 2 were good consoles. What are you doing, Sony? What is this PlayStation 4 shit? Why do you only have like 3 fucking games on the console? It's
But
a
it's a
console.
ripoff of the freaking Xbox. The online costs money. There goes their online sales. The controller has triggers. I love that one. But aside from that, I mean, what makes it
You want to know what's funny? Guess what system had triggers before it did?
Xbox?
Oh my god! Funny.
I love triggers. Gotta say, much more comfortable on the fingers
Yeah, no
and a
shit.
lot easier to shoot with.
Yeah, that's how triggers work. And fucking Xbox knew that shit in the original Xbox. And this is
But I
funny.
will say this. There was one PlayStation controller that did have it before PS4. Not just remember this. Like, I had one on PS1, I'm not shitting you, that was backwards compatible to Xbox. So, like, you could use the. It's no secret the buttons are different, but they're pretty much configured the same. X is A, squares X, triangles Y, and B is circle.
yeah.
So it's pretty much the same thing. Anyway, it was backwards compatible and it did have the triggers, which I found was a lot easier to use. But that was like the only time, and it was a steering wheel, so you couldn't
Here,
use it for all games.
here's the funny thing. I seen a meme the other day. Sony fans now are the worst fans you'll ever see, and it's completely true. Um, Sony fans cried that Xbox was stupid because they have triggers. Sony got triggers, and now Sony's an amazing company because they got triggers. Nintendo created the Rumble Pack. Sony fans don't want the Rumble Pack. Rumble Pack is stupid for kids. What did PlayStation 3 have?
A Rumble Pack.
Huh. But then it was fine when they had it. Uh, yeah. Let's Come on, Sony fans. We're not idiots here. He's a Sony fan. Brian is a motherfucking Sony fan. I'm not anymore. I
Yeah,
when
right. I'm converting, I swear.
Yeah, you're converting because Sony is ruining themselves. They shut down their fucking mobile thing the other day, so now they're not even making games on their Vita that they released anymore. So that's
Here's the thing. Why? I mean, who plays console games besides kids? I mean, I never got really into that, but there's none for the Xbox, and it does awesome. But the Sony has already dug themselves in such a big hole because they were the best. That's the key word. They were the best. PlayStation 2 kicked ass, but not anymore.
nope. They literally fucked themselves into a hole with this PS4 shit. And any reviewer who took themselves to be serious uh, also was stupid too.
If you endorse this PS4 shit, don't even watch. Like, we should have put this disclaimer on the video. But I pretty much knew I was going to turn because, yeah, I've been thinking about this all week. And I really, honestly, don't play video games as much because I only got 4 games to play. And most of them are crap. UFC's only got a story mode and that's it. Um, Madden is always Madden. You gotta be in the mood to play football. Wrestling. Well, we beat the wrestling game to death. I'm not gonna hit it with no more chairs than I have to. Yeah. Anyway, do you have a challenge for me tonight or what?
Challenge. Uh, well, I don't know. I
Other
think.
than other than playing WCW World Tour.
Well,
Um,
you.
yeah,
Well, you do
that,
that. This
that's the
video, I don't
challenge.
think we need to do a challenge because this video, I'm pretty sure, is running a good half hour, and usually we cut them down at like 20 minutes. But I think we've.
Actually, this is ran the whole hour. We started
Jeez,
at like 11, did we not?
11:04.
Yep. So,
Yeah, this is our longest video. Uh, it's time to cut this off. Let's
yep.
say. So, I hope you all have enjoyed this week's Sony video on the Microsoft and Nintendo. Next week will be a regular gaming news, or whenever the next one will be a regular gaming news, and of course it will have Sony, PlayStation, and a little movie news on the side because I still want
Yeah.
to talk. Do what?
I said, yeah.
And I still want to talk about for movies, that small section of movies. I still want to talk about Jurassic World, the new Star Wars film, and pretty much media movies in general.
Dude, we have to talk about that one movie you showed me on Facebook. The ending of that movie was intense.
Yeah, we will. We since he wants to do it, we'll talk about a 1980s shocker film called shit, Combat Shock. Yep, we will talk about that film. I've already done a review on my channel of the film. I didn't tell you about the ending, but I did do a review. Uh, so go watch it, the review for Combat Shock if you haven't seen it, and then come back here next week where we will talk about Combat Shock and other new movies releasing and gaming news and shit like that. So this has been Gaming News with Chris and Brian Sony Edition. My name is Chris.
My name's Brian, and I just want to include that I will be doing some reviews with the N64, but I'm going to be using an emulator because who has a 64 anymore? And I'm not struggling through Backstage Assault. Sorry, dude. Can't do it again.
It's all
Not
good.
not being 21 and knowing what I know now. Like you said, as a kid, everything was cool.
Yep. And then, of course, mine will just be regular shit, the reviews and whatever else. So,
Carolina Pepper.
do what?
Carolina Reaper.
Hey, fuck you. Anyway, see ya.
Who wants to see Chris do the Carolina Reaper?
Nobody. Nobody does.
Later, bro.
Later.